It is Motivational Monday. Woohoo. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Linda's first. John McCain. John McCain, I really wish you were well, not real, but you were the politician, John McCain, because I'd like to give him an earful. But hello. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. And yeah, sorry I wasn't here Friday, but oh my God, the shit is hitting the fan, politically speaking. And it was too much. I couldn't talk. And even now, I've been telling, you guys have been hearing me talk about politics. And for a long time, some people are still saying, oh, that's fake news. That's a conspiracy theory. It's not. It's now the people investigating this now have proof. Linda says she doesn't believe them. Linda, what would it take for you to believe them? What would it take, Linda? When the guy who was told to do illegal things, Linda says she doesn't know. Okay, the guy, Flynn, the former security advisor, was asked to do illegal things by President Trump. So, which is what he lied about. So he is now cooperating with the investigation and telling them, and is saying, so this is like, you're at the point, I know you were around during Watergate, so I'm going to reference this to Watergate. So I'm going to guess you might understand that better. I don't know. Did you pay attention to Watergate? You're really young. Really young. Wait. No, you were like 20s. Somewhere in your 20s, weren't you? I'm not sure. When did Watergate happen? Like the 70s? In the 60s? Oh, well, Watergate, a bunch of people went to jail, and the president Nixon was going to be impeached, but he resigned before he was impeached. But it's because what happened is the other people said, yeah, we lied about this. Nixon told us to do this. So told us to break into this, and then told us not to tell anyone. And then, so that's where we're at now. And then, even then, at that point, Nixon was saying, no, they're lying. I didn't do it. But then, of course, they ended up finding out that Nixon had the tapes that proved on tape that he'd recorded his conversations that proved. Hi, Furious Lovers. So that was the end, like, snippet of the whole Nixon thing, Linda. So we're now at the point where the guy who, one of the guys, actually now two of the guys who did illegal things, that were asked to do illegal things by Trump, are now cooperating and have confessed and are cooperating with the investigation and prepared to testify against Donald Trump and Pence and all those guys. So, Linda, I know that you're a fan and you don't want to believe it, but this is being methodically proven. So here's the question, Linda. What would it take for you to believe it? How many? Oh, hi, Sue. Thank you for checking in. Hello, Dantooine. Gluten Swede, you don't have to come if you don't want to. Linda says she believes it's all the Democrats conspiring to cause trouble. It's not. The guys that are admitting this, Linda, are the president's guys. They're not Democrats. The guys that are now being charged with crimes and admitting it, they're the president's team. They're his right-hand guy, the Flynn. He's already, on record. Boot and Swede, that's not true. Boot and Swede, you can leave if you're gonna, yeah. Oh, and Sam says regarding the dates for the Watergate break-in, it was 1972, Linda. Linda, you weren't that young. That's not true at all, Boot and Swede. It's already been debunked. Yeah, see, Linda, you weren't that young. It was the year you got married. Okay. All right. Yeah, not all of us were. A bunch of people here weren't born yet, but Linda was in her 20s. Boot and Swede, you are seriously. You can leave now. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's enough Boot and Swede for today. Yeah, Boot and Swede, for anyone you don't even need to see what he's writing on YouTube, but he's negative Nelly. Anyhow, not to put all the Nellies out there into a bad light. So yeah, well, anyhow, Linda, now it's not just people, it's not just Democrats saying this, Linda. And this is now the people who support him, who are on his team, are now testifying that they did do illegal things. So that's why Friday was such a big deal. So it's the people saying, people who are on his team that like him, that don't like the Democrats, who are saying, okay, yes, that did happen. I lied about that stuff. This is what I did, and I'm prepared to testify in court. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying, Linda, that well, no, it's not politics as usual, Linda. This is definitely not politics as usual. Not even close. This is never been seen. I know you don't follow politics a lot, and you even said you didn't really pay attention to Watergate. This is big, and maybe that's why you don't understand it, because you don't follow politics a lot, and you just really like Donald Trump, which is your prerogative to like him. But it's even the people he's hired to do illegal things are now prepared to testify against him and admit that they did illegal things at his request. So Hey, Tisa. So yeah, it's not politics as usual. Not even close. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. So and so that's why I've been. So I don't think I could talk about anything but politics today. For those of you who hate my political rants, and then also there was over the weekend that this tax bill that they're trying to ram through. Did you guys see? They released like 2 hours before the vote. They released the 500-page tax bill draft with things handwritten, not even typed up, scribbled in on the sides, handwritten in the margins, not even all worked out. Normally, and now that is not the regular rule of order, how things are supposed to be done. Normally, for things that are going to affect the entire US population, everybody in the population is affected by the tax code. Things have to be, they have to be analyzed by experts. They need to be talked about and negotiated and, not done in secret by a small group and then put out with scribbled things. Normally, tax votes take months of negotiating back and forth and reading and rewriting and clarifying and rewriting. This is like backdoor secret shenanigans of somebody making these bills and not wanting to tell the other people what's going on. And then then they do read it, finding out that there's all these like secret little things that are hidden in it. The reason they didn't want anyone to read it is because they find out like, wait a minute, what, Betsy DeVos' school gets a tax break? Like her personal school gets a tax break? Yeah, Sue says this should be Political Monday. So there is some big shenanigans with that tax thing. Don Dwayne says they're going to make a movie out of this. Yeah. And the thing is, lowering taxes and increasing deductions for people who make the top 1% of people who make millions and millions of dollars they don't really need any more deductions. They've already got millions and millions of dollars. They're okay. In fact, their families will be okay for the next 100 years. But taking away deductions from people, Don Tween says his sister's a teacher. And, I'm sure a lot of you have heard that there's not enough money in education. A lot of times classrooms don't have enough supplies. And a lot of times teachers use their own money to buy things for the classroom, supplies and stuff for the kids. And they've always been able to at least deduct that as something they can deduct from their taxable income. And now they won't be able to deduct that? What the hell? Yeah, Sue says she also has a friend who's a teacher who spends at least $100 on her kids for supplies. They're taking away deductions for people who don't. And one of the worst guys, this guy, I don't know if you guys saw this quote, Chuck Grassley. Chuck Grassley is a Republican, and he's literally said in a quote that rich people should get the deductions because poor people just waste all their money on alcohol and women and movies. And if they didn't waste all their money on alcohol and movies, they would be rich too. And I'm like, and everybody in the world went, what the rich guy who doesn't have a clue about what it's like for people that are trying to pay their bills and saving every cent they have to like make sure their phone bill gets paid and their kids get fed. And this guy is saying, oh, you're just wasting all your money on alcohol. And this is a rich guy's idea that the working class people are just sitting around drinking and whoring. Certainly doesn't have a very good opinion of the American citizens he's supposed to represent. Now, does he? Only the rich people are. Those people don't. He's basically saying those poor people don't know what to do with their money anyhow. So give it to me because I'm rich and I know what to do with it. Yeah, you put it in an account, an offshore account somewhere in another country. And don't pay taxes on it. That's what you do with it. So anyhow, so this is, Political Monday. So this is a whole bunch of shenanigans. This is above and beyond. This is shenanigans beyond that we've ever seen in this country. Never, ever. Linda says, you look like one of those late night talk shows with your background now. I do. The twinkle lights. Well, I am a late night talk show. Oh. Well, now it is. Now that it's dark out. And can you believe it's just like 3 weeks till Christmas? I still can't. I can't even. Yeah, Dantooine says it's windy in Orange County. It is windy. That's why there's like leaves blowing back there. My plants are swaying and making noise. It's a little windy right now. So, yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I am fed up with the politicians, these guys. Linda says she's making stuff to give. What are you making, Linda? Linda says she's making plastic canvas keychains. How is it plastic and canvas? Are you in a arts and crafts class or something? Do they have something there some sort of crafts class? Oh, cool. Well, that's nice, Linda. People always like handmade things. Sturgis is. Oh, okay. That'd be great. Sturgis guy says he's mad as hell and he's not going to take it anymore. Yeah, and then today there was just another thing about taking one of our national landmarks off of the national landmark list. I mean, come on. This is craziness. All these things are being done to not benefit regular Americans, but a lot of these things, you've got all the guys that are in charge right now. If you look at, the representatives, the cabinet, these guys are millionaires and billionaires. They're making rules that they like, that help them and other people like them. They don't have a clue about poor people or somebody like Linda. They don't have a clue about that. Linda says, no, Linda, this is, never has it been like this. Well, first of all, a lot of the people that are in the cabinet, first of all, they're not people who come from a political background. So they're people who come not as public servant, but as people who are used to, their goal is to make as much money for themselves. And their goal still is that. And they've never had a cabinet that's worth like billions of dollars like this is now. And not only that, but people that are being hired to be in charge of like the EPA and the Drug Administration. Okay, normally for like some of these things, you would hire a scientist or a doctor, like the Environmental Protection Agency. You'd hire somebody who's an expert in the science of these things, or an expert, you know, in some sort of medical field. But instead, they're putting the guy in charge, that they're putting in charge of like the drug institutes, the drug protection, I forget what the name of the office is. They're putting a pharmaceutical rep in charge of that. Now, his goal is making money for drug companies. The way drug companies make money is you pay more. So that's like putting the fox in charge of the hen house, if you understand that. The guy who's against the rules that are supposed to, like environmental protection. Normally you would put a scientist, somebody who knows about the science of the earth and protecting clean air and clean water, which is very important. But instead of putting a scientist in charge of that, they're putting somebody who is in the oil industry. A guy in the oil industry, he doesn't care about, he wants to make rules that are good for the oil industry, which are bad for so that's never been like that. Yeah, and so normally you don't put the fox in charge of the hen house. You want to keep the fox out so that you keep the hen house safe. So this is the opposite of what's ever been done. And it's, yeah. Sturgis Guy says there's only one thing left to do. Lorielle for president. That's true. I would love to run for president or queen, supreme ruler. I would love to be supreme ruler, president, one of those things. Though, you know, I can already see I wouldn't last a day, because all they have to do is pull up my film career and say, hey, here's a picture of the candidate naked from The Pit and the Pendulum. Okay, never mind. There goes my political career. So, but oh my goodness. All right. So I was going to do a short show today because I didn't want to make you guys too crazy. Woohoo! Good for you, Sue. Hello, David Jones. Yeah, so I didn't want to make you guys too crazy with my political ranting, but this is This is a beyond craziness. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, David Jones is, yeah. I've been making you guys crazy for years. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been 9 years. What the hell? You've been with me for 9 years? That's almost a decade. What the hell? What's wrong with you people? All right. Because Sue says we're family. Ah. All right. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. So, all right. So I'm just about to sign off, but I will be back tomorrow for Terrible Tuesday. So kisses for everybody. And oh, Sam, hope the operation went well. Yes, Sam was having his head transplanted onto a different body. And hope the operation went well. And special shout out to Terry Sue. All right, kisses for everybody. Bye, love you guys. Bye. Bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.